big game this week. The number 1 defense in the Baltimore Ravens go up against the number 2 defense of the Los Angeles Rams, and both teams are also in the bottom 10 in offense. Now, we've been trying to change that over recent weeks. We've been trying to get better, and I don't know if we have, in all honesty, but this defense, you're absolutely right, it's the best in the NFL. No doubt about it. We've got, this revamped defensive line where these two ends, they like to get sacks, probably even at the moment, a little bit more than these outside linebackers, but they're not playing badly either. You can see from Tim Williams' XP that he's been playing all right. We've got young players in a lot of positions, but they're young and they're fast and they want it. That's the big thing. What you might remember is that in our last game in week 4, we had a bye week in week 5. In our last game in week 4, we not only had the offensive player of the week, we also had the defensive player of the week. Those honors went to George Conner and Casey Jacobs. So we're hot off a hot streak. Now, George Conner got those honors basically off a bunch of big plays rather than a lot of good plays. So we do need to improve on offense consistently being good, not just hitting a couple of big plays and winning games like that. And it's going to be a big challenge against the Rams. The number 2 defense in the league. They've got a better offense than us, but I think our offense is better than the numbers show, especially in terms of points compared to yards. But this week is going to be a big one for proving what we're looking to do for the rest of this season. It's a 4-0 team, it's a very good defense, and let's try and get it done. So the Rams at quarterback have Drew Brees starting, of course, over Jared Goff, but, if he happens to get injured, they've still got a good option there. Todd Gurley still the running back. At tight end, Gerald Everett, a 90 overall for the team now. At left tackle, second-year player Russell Browning. At guard, second-year player Nate Boyd. Left end, William Golston. A rookie at middle linebacker. Another rookie at cornerback in Darrell Wilkerson, and he's not bad looking. A second-year player Reggie Hogan as their third-string quarterback, and the quality drops there, and that's because of an injury to Nickel Roby-Coleman. So here we see the matchup, the 31st offense versus the 24th, but it's also the first against the second-ranked defense. So, gonna be a big, tough game here between the Ravens and Rams. We're expecting a lot of defense, but you know how these games can go. It could go the complete opposite way just as easily. So on 3rd and 10, we've got a chance to get the Rams off the field here, and Goff has absolutely nobody to get to. Took him so long to even find anybody that he ends up getting sacked. Now we're on a 3rd and 10 as well, and Van Dyke just throws that one straight out of bounds. They try and run on 1st and 5 here, and they do manage to do it. Gurley breaking out of a tackle and then picking up the first down. 3rd and 7, and again it's a completion for a first down. So they're moving the chains quite easily right now. But on 3rd and 12, a chance again to get him off the field. Goff tries to complete it short. It's out of bounds anyway. So they get a field goal. They kick it off to Stokes. We've seen Stokes a couple of times threaten, but let's see what he does this time. He runs into the pile, but then gets bounced out of it, and now he's got an easy race here just to get to the end zone. Looks like he will make it. Actually looks like he might get caught here, but nope, it's not going to be as close as it looked originally. And he gets in for a kick return touchdown, the rookie there. But Todd Gurley with a huge stiff arm opens himself up a huge hole here to go into the end zone himself. So they answer our big play with a big play of their own. So they're kicking off to Stokes again. He's shown him already once what he can do. Surely he can't do it twice in a row, but he does find a hole here and he manages to get around that defender. He might just go all the way here. He's over the 30, over the 20, does get tackled at the 15 by his shoestrings. 2nd and 12. Van Dyke looking for something here. He's rolling out to the right, dumps it down to Judas Smith-Schuster for a decent completion. And on 1st and goal, we try and punch it in here with a run. He gets rolled into the end zone. Somehow, that is a touchdown. Contact came at around the 4-yard line, but somehow that same player then rolls him into the end zone for the score. So now it's 14-10. We have the lead in the first half here, but it's not necessarily a bad throw. It was a great play from the corner there to get in front of Weeks, take the ball away, but it could have been put out a bit further as well. But, those plays will happen every now and then. 3rd and 15 now. The defense stepping up, and that was an injury to Drew Brees, who, of course, is starting. So Jared Goff now on the field, and Gurley somehow wasn't able to finish his run there, which was lucky because we held him to a field goal. We're up by 1 point now, punting away. Tavon Austin's also a threatening returner, but he loses the ball here, and it's Rashad Bass. It's not Rashad Bass who picks it up. It's the other middle linebacker that we drafted, Jaleel King, who takes it into the end zone. And on 3rd and 10, they get a big completion there. Thought we had a chance to get him off the field, but not the case. Todd Gurley again with a big run. Todd Gurley getting away from the safety. Now Marlon Humphrey trying to catch him from behind. Hunter Washington couldn't get him. Gurley again with another big play. 1st and 10, and Van Dyke is looking deep. And we've seen this happen plenty of times last week, and it goes again there for another big completion. 1st and goal now, Van Dyke looking, throwing, and it shouldn't have been thrown. It wasn't a great play call. It was definitely not a good decision to throw that ball.
So, 1st and 10 now as the half will run out here. If we manage to sack him, we won't be threatened by giving up any more points. So the score now 21-20. And it's a nice completion there to Ortiz. Absolute blown coverage. 2 guys are open. Ortiz tackled down to the 1-yard line. A decent block from Weeks coming in as well. 1st and goal. Veniat rolling out to the left. Not going to make that same mistake again. Trying to force a pass. He just takes it in himself for the touchdown. So 1st and 10 for the Rams here. They got themselves to the 33-yard line. They got themselves a lot more now inside the 15. 2nd and goal at the 5. Drew Brees back on the field looking to pass. Finds a man at the back of the end zone. Is that Cooper Kupp? I don't know. 2nd and 9. 21-yard line. We didn't do anything with our last possession. Rolling out. Looking to throw it now. There's a flag on the field as well, but Rashard Peters picks it off. Rashard Peters has got a chance to get into the end zone here. Pick 6 for the rookie. Yes, it is. The flag was on the offense. We get to keep those points. 35-26 the score is as the final play of the 3rd quarter here. Rolling out, throwing it across the field again. Last time that didn't go well, but he gets away with it this time. And now they're on 3rd and 13. And trying to run the ball, we managed to stop them. So the score 35-29. 6 minutes left. Throwing it deep again. We've tried this plenty of times and it works again. Connor just cannot be stopped. So 1st and goal, Van Diak rolling out to the right, looking to run with it again, and he gets into the end zone again. Manages to squeeze through. 4th and 1. Big play coming up here. Hunter Washington up the middle. Stops Gurley. The score now 41-29. 1 minute 33. The clock's running. So why did we drop back to pass? The forced fumble. Van Diak gives them possession here. They've passed. They complete. They get a touchdown, but we've still got a chance. They go for an onside kick here, and they get it. They recover the ball. Now the defense has got to stop them after the offense has let them down, and a big completion to Tavon Austin puts us in a terrible spot. This game looked a lot more guaranteed a couple of minutes ago. 3rd and 16. Aggressive play by Marlon Humphrey, and they get the touchdown. We're now behind, and now we've got 45 seconds, and that sack puts us in a bad spot. 3rd and 20. Randiak rolling out to the right, going to his man George Connor. Can he make the catch? No, he cannot. The hit comes in and knocks it out. 4th and 20 now. He's got Juju Smith-Schuster if he can put enough air on it. He didn't. He cannot make the catch.
It's a disappointing loss, but one that is more than deserved. Just look at the comparison between one of them threw for 327 yards, 3 touchdowns, 86% completion percentage. The other one completed 35% of his passes. Now, I don't know what's wrong with Van Diak. There's nothing statistically wrong with him. We need to maybe take a look at his traits and things like that, because right now, this is starting to become a problem. Not blaming those interceptions on, accuracy or anything, but a completion percentage of 35%. Of course, some of those were forced passes towards the end of the game, but it's not good enough. We couldn't run the ball either. 17 attempts, but only 50 yards. Again, not good enough. Receiving, George Connor tried. He really did try, but he also didn't make that final catch and had 3 drops. But, it just wasn't there as a total team effort today. Kewan Hardwick led the team with 12 tackles. Our strong safety shouldn't be leading the team with tackles. I say that regularly. Let's take a look at the sacks. 2.5 for Tim Williams, 1 for Mike Richardson, half a sack for Hunter Washington. Interceptions, Rashard Peters got himself a pick 6, so that's a nice play for the rookie right there. That'll certainly help him if he's trying to get Rookie of the Year. Of course, he's trying to get Rookie of the Year, but you know what I mean. Mike Richardson and Kalen Borum, 2 rookies as well with forced fumbles. Technically says none of those recovered. One of those was recovered by another rookie, Jaleel King, who took it back for a touchdown. That's not the one we wanted. We wanted touchdowns. Rashard Peters got 1. Jaleel King got 1. But it doesn't stop there for rookies. Again, Ashley Stokes with a touchdown return and another huge kick return that he just wasn't able to put in the end zone. Ends up being a better selection than we thought it would be with that kind of return prowess. Even more of an upgrade over Kevon Flowers. It's ridiculous. We keep finding them. You just need that speed to burn them. So okay, we shouldn't have lost, but it is a good team. But now what I'm going to do is take a look at Philip Van Diak. He's got XP. Is there a thing in his traits that's making him not as good as he should be? So this could be the problem. He doesn't throw a tight spiral. Now, he's not clutch either, but all the others basically aren't down to him. So I'm going to purchase this because it obviously does make a difference on that accuracy when it comes to the closer areas. And, when he's overthrowing people, and, there was a couple of plays where maybe he didn't put it as far out in front of a player as he should have done, or just a little bit too far. That's all down to the spiral. Spirals can affect that by, a couple of yards. So we're going to buy this. We're going to see if this makes a difference because he is a good player overall. Maybe it's just the tight spiral. Maybe that change will now change how he plays as a quarterback. And if it does change, I'm going to wish I would have checked that earlier. But to be fair, we weren't that far beyond being able to afford it. Now we will scout some college players. We've looked at we've looked at the quarterbacks, not to get one, we just looked at them. We looked at outside linebackers, we've looked at the safeties, and there's some interesting ones. Now it's on to the linemen. So that's all of our points used on left tackles, and we won't be finding one this year. No one here really good enough. A couple of guys you could consider later on, but not really. So here we go, week 7, and it's the Steelers. Now this is a big one. Not only are we hosting them at home, we've got a chance here to win the first of our 3 division games, and I don't want to finish any more at 500. I want to be 4-2 by the end of this. I want the Steelers to be 4-2, and because we'll have beaten them, we'll be on top of the division. So this is a big game. This is the game where we need Philip Van Dijk to start throwing those accurate passes. He's good. We just need him to play like he's good. And of course, the running game, after facing a very, very, very hard Rams defense, even though the points came, the yards and everything else didn't, we've got a chance again to finally get it going again. Here, this defense didn't do as well as they should have done, but Drew Brees at quarterback. Who expected that? So before we get into this game, let's take a look at the Steelers, see if there's any changes we need to be aware of. Big development for this game. Le'Veon Bell is injured, and second-year player Beckett Smith will be starting for them. But he's not bad either, and he's got 95 speed. Their left guard, Patrick Omameh, Mark Barron, the other middle linebacker on the team now. And then they've got Kevin Byard at free safety, so a couple of changes for the team. Not sure if we saw all of those or most of those last season already. I forget when new people come onto the team exactly who they are. But it's a game we should be winning, it's a game we could be winning, and it's a game we will be winning.
Big day here in the AFC North as the Steelers and Ravens fight it out for the division lead. The Steelers currently have a better record, but with a win here, we'll get a better record and have the win against them. And they try early to run the ball here, and they have some success with it. 2nd and 3 now. Absolutely no time for Ben Roethlisberger. He's chased down by Tyus Bowser for the sack, but they do manage to get to the 12-yard line here, and then just, I don't know if that's a missed tackle or just great elusive play from the running back, but he got away untouched there. 3rd and 10, Van Dijk looking for the first down with his feet. He's going to get it and some more. Knocked out at the 12-yard line. 2nd and 1, we go for a play action, sending Van Dijk back out to the right. Again, he's going to run again, and this is his 3rd rushing touchdown in 2 games right now. 3rd and 17 for Roethlisberger. He cannot get away from Mike Richardson, who is able to get him. That's his 2nd sack of the game as well. 1st and 10, we run here. What a great block there, allowing Trayvon Bromley to get free. Will he win this foot race? He may just do it. Yes, he will. Trayvon Bromley in for a huge 60-yard touchdown. So the score now 14-17 on 2nd and 10. That's a great play from Rashad Peters. 3rd and 5 now. They did get down into the red zone. Roethlisberger completing the ball across the field. A bit of a risky pass, but that spin move allows us to bring him down and hold him to a field goal. Score 14-10. Trayvon Bromley had a good block and transports through time as the video feed messes up. Trayvon Bromley was then injured, and now Jaquan Barber tried to punch it in. We couldn't get it in. Had to settle for a field goal. Score 17-10, but a sack there helps us out. 3rd and 17, that sets up. They try and run. Get absolutely nothing as Rashad Bass makes the tackle. 2nd and 1, Van Dijk rolling out again. This is where he feels comfortable at the moment. And he completes that pass to Jakeem Grant, a big one downfield. 3rd and 10 now, looking to pass again. Throws it directly to a safety. If he was aiming for him, his accuracy was perfect. If he was aiming for his receiver, it was terrible. So we turned the ball over, but it was at the end of the first half. No harm done, except for we didn't get an extra 3 points. However, here, harm is done. As Van Dijk on the first play of the second half is sacked. Loses the ball. The Steelers recover. A completion here doesn't get him the first down. So we're still up 17-13 now, but we did nothing with our next possession. Now Big Ben running around, throwing across the field again. He makes these risky throws a lot. 2nd and 14, they've just got it to 3rd and inches, but on 3rd and inches, they cannot complete for the first down. So we hold them there, which is a great play. 17-16 now. The score just a 1-point lead. A good completion here to Weeks for the first down. 3rd and 8. Van Dijk dropping back to pass. Rolling to the right. Really feels comfortable outside of the pocket at the moment. Another completion to Jakeem Grant. Feels comfortable throwing to him too. And then the handoff to Jaquan Barber. He gets into the end zone there for the touchdown. 1st and 10 now for the Steelers. Rolling around looking for something. Finds somebody downfield. I don't know how he did it, but he did. 1st and 5 now from the 21-yard line. Rolling out to the right. Throwing into the end zone. Another risky pass, but it works out and it's a touchdown for the Steelers. 3rd and 5, we get sacked. That's an injury timeout. And I believe on that play, it's Kurt Weeks who's out. A sack there by Hunter Washington on Big Ben, but they're still moving the ball. He tries to run up the pocket there, but Mike Richardson gets his 3rd sack of the day. 23-26. 3rd and 5, they do not get it. They make it 26-26. 2nd and inches, we pick up a first down here with Jaquan Barber. 3rd and 1, we'll try and pick up another one with him, but we get stopped just short, so we'll take this field goal as the clock runs down. We get it. It just squeezes in and we win the game here. So that one really came down to the wire. And what I saw straight away, I didn't even realize. Wait till you see who ended up having the receiving yards. I mean, obviously we saw in the game, but you don't see every single pass. And you'll see that Philip Van Dijk, 12 for 21, isn't great. The fact he didn't throw a touchdown isn't great. But he started throwing and passing well when he needed to. And at the end of the day, we won the game. Jaquan Barber had to come in, 18 attempts for 59 yards, 3.2 yards per carry. But Trayvon Bromley, before he went out with injury, 6 carries, 109 yards, 18.1 yards per carry and a touchdown. Philip Van Dijk also putting up plenty of yards, 73, and a touchdown for the 3 guys there. Then receiving, you'll see here, Juju Smith-Schuster, 0-0, did have 1 drop pass. George Connor, 1 reception and a drop pass. However, Jakeem Grant, 4 for 79, Tariq Cohen, 3 for 17, Kurt Weeks, 2 for 36. It was different guys getting it done this week. We move on to the defense, and let's take a look who led the team in tackles. And it was cornerbacks. They really did pass an awful lot. We'll take a look at Ben Roethlisberger's stats. They passed a lot. So, the 2 leading tacklers there, the cornerbacks, and then Hunter Washington at middle linebacker, and then Rashad Bass and Rashad Peters. I never realized they had the identical same first names. But anyway, we like our SEC players with the name Rashad. Sacks, we had plenty of those. 3 for the rookie Mike Richardson, 2 for Rashad Bass, also a rookie, 1 for Tyus Bowser, 1 for Hunter Washington. Interceptions, didn't have any. Forced fumbles, didn't have any. So no turnovers. Maybe that's why it was a closer game than it could have been, should have been. But I'll show you now. We'll take a look at the Steelers, and we'll take a look at the passing. 31 attempts, 27 completions, 27 completed passes, 87% completion percentage. So with that victory did come a cost of a new injury. Now this should be Trayvon Bromley. I say should be, it definitely is. The only other injury we had in the game was to an outside linebacker on special teams, and he was going to return in that game anyway. So we are 4-2, but we will have an injury to Trayvon Bromley. Let's find out how long. Never mind, I forgot about Kurt Weeks, and he will be out for 7 games. So we'll be missing him. That is our rookie tight end with superstar development, out for 8 whole weeks, which will be a shame because he'd been playing well, and he was definitely playing well in that game, which is obviously good, though, that the fact that, you know, Trayvon Bromley's healthy is probably more important than Weeks, because we do have Parker and we do have Kimrin. We're pretty set for depth at the tight end position. Well, we're set for depth at the running back position. We're set for depth at a lot of positions, so it doesn't really matter. But, you know, healthy team everywhere. Let's see Casey Jacobs there running off some good confidence at the moment. Probably look at using some XP soon, I'm not sure. So that does it for this episode. We're 4-2. It's a good record, and we've beaten everybody in our division.